is a demo video for the e-commerce learning platform that has been built using PHP language in the backend and MySQL as a database. So our goal was to basically create a production grade e-commerce website which should follow some security practices, very specifically authentication, authorization, CSRF protection, password hashing, rate limiting, audit logging, and query logging, and some other account logging lockout mechanism, and also a proper secure session management and role-based access control. So we have basically three roles in this application: a user, which will be basically customer, and a shopkeeper, and a admin. So before beginning the demonstration, I would quickly like to show a brief overview of how my project structure is. So this app folder basically contains a config file, this config file contains all the base URL links, some environment variables, and some other definitions for the port, for the user, for the password, and other things. And then there is a core folder which basically contains all the reusable components of our platform, which will be used for authentication, authorization, right? And like header and footer is also present inside the view folder here only, and some other like whatever feature we have. So corresponding to those features, some reusable components are here in this core folder. And then we have this public folder which basically contains all the pages that are accessible to the user. So it contains all those pages for the login, logout, change password, dashboard, and everything. And it has some different folders for shopkeeper and admin because those are two different roles. So some specific pages are stored there. And the storage contains different logs which was basically a core requirement in this project for auditing and for other things. Yeah. So yeah, now let's start the demonstration. Coming to the project demonstration, so like here is the first interface that the user will have access to, since we have three roles, like the customer, the shopkeeper, and the admin. So this is basically the interface that will be available to all of them. And here we can't basically register a admin or a shopkeeper, only a customer can basically be registered. So if I show you how to register, so we can just enter the name and any email that we want, and there are like the password has to follow certain restrictions that we can enter, and we can basically register the account. So yeah, account was successfully created, and then we can basically just log in. So since the credentials were already filled in, I can directly just log in. So this is the main dashboard that the user will have access to. It will have browse products where user can basically browse the shopping cart, my orders. The user can manage the shipping address using this option, and then there is this account settings option. So coming to the browse products, user can basically search for any product that the user want, and then the products which are like similar to those keywords will be visible. User can view a specific product by viewing the details, and here an image will be shown and some other details will be shown, and customer reviews will be basically shown. And user also have an access to post a review if it wants. It can select any rating that it wants and then write any comment whatever it wants, and then the review will basically be submitted. Then the user has an option to basically add to the cart. On the cart side, user have to select the quantity of the product that it wants, and then it can proceed to checkout basically. Since the account was just created, so we don't have a shipping address, so we have to enter some shipping address before. So this is an interface through which the user can add any shipping address that it wants. Yeah, then we can save the address and then proceed again to the checkout. So here all the different addresses that are there, we can basically select them. Any option that we want, select them. Any discount coupon that we have, we can enter, and we can basically place the order. So this is basically the order receipt that the user will receive. Will have all the details about the current status and the order and the product, date and the price and everything. There is an option to download this PDF invoice, the receipt. So this invoice can be downloaded. Then if we come back to dashboard, so yeah, these are all the features that are available there for the customer to browse products, to access the shopping cart, to view the orders, manage it. This an account settings option is also there where user can basically use to change the password. It just has to enter a new password that it wants and confirm it, and with this basically it will be able to change its password, and like, you can just use this option. Apart from that, user can basically just log out. So logging out will clear all the session session stored things like the cookies and all other things. Since we have used CSRF validation on every form submission, so it will also clear those details and also the your session details. Yeah, different roles. So now I will show you the demonstration for the shopkeeper interface. Shopkeeper can't be registered through this page, but we can basically log in. So I already have a shopkeeper registered, so I can just use the email and show you how the shopkeeper interface looks like. So basically I logged in. Now it will have all the different features that were there with the uh, customer, like the browse product, shopping cart, and other things. Apart from that, it will have a merchant panel that is very specific to the shopkeeper, where it can basically view the current active catalog products. So right now there are 3 products that are being offered by this shopkeeper. Low stock alert, which is when the stock becomes less than a threshold quantity, which will be declared by the admin or the shopkeeper itself, and the pending shipments and the total revenue that is there. And it can also see different orders that are there and their status also, like their customer name, their status, and everything. And shopkeeper also has a privilege to change the status of any order, like it can change it to confirmed, and then it can change it to shipped, and then accordingly it can basically change the order of this like the status of the orders. So this merchant dashboard is basically, which is very specific to the shopkeeper. Apart from that, it also provides a facility to manage a catalog. So here the shopkeeper can basically add new products, like these are the different 3 products that are already there, which are being offered by the shopkeeper. You can add a new product. It has to enter the product name, the SKU, the category, which is right now the stool, the subcategory, and the price, and some other if image is also available, the shopkeeper can basically do. So yeah, this is the merchant dashboard that is specific to the shopkeeper, and rest the nav bar and everything is basically very same. And yeah, we are basically reusing the same nav bar, just the additional merchant panel we are providing in case of shopkeeper, and then we can log out. Yeah, so apart from that, we also have a admin dashboard, right? So right now, so yeah, so the first admin that I created was basically I updated a user that was there in the database to a admin role. So now we can use the admin dashboard to basically create new users also. So if I show you how the admin works, so this is basically the admin page that is there. It will also have all the same features that are there on the customer site, like to browse product, shopping cart, my orders, shipping address, and the account setting. Apart from that, it will have a admin dashboard, which is part of the admin tool, where the admin can basically view the total number of users, total number of products, total number of orders, and the low stock things. It can manage the users, like it can view all the different users that are there, and it has a facility to add any user that it wants to add. Right, this email is already registered, and it can select the role of the new user team. So admin I'm not creating, I can just create a new shopkeeper. So this with this a new user will be created. So since right now we are not using real emails, SMTP has already been set up, but since I'm not using real emails, so right now for as a temporary fix I'm just showing the password on the user panel whenever a new account is created. So it will basically show this password that is there for this shopkeeper, and you can use it to log in, and multiple users can be created at once using this format, naming the role. Apart from that, like it provides a facility to view logs related to user, like the access logs, that which pages were accessed by the user interface. Similarly, some error logs if it is there. So right now there are no error logs. Similarly, security logs, yeah, and some other logs that are there. The user can the admin can basically view, and you can export these logs also. Similarly, similar to a shopkeeper role, the admin also has an access to manage the products, so it can also add new products, and it can basically manage the different products that are there, and export the user CSV also, and export the product CSV also. And manage order facility will just show the different orders, yeah, that are there. and we can export this also. So yeah, this admin panel was specific to the admin role, and rest of the features are there which are available in the user thing that I already showed. And yeah, then there is a logout option to basically just log out. So apart from this, like there are some other features also which I might be missing. So one of the features is basically this forgot password feature, where the user can basically just directly add its email and then a reset link will basically be sent. So since right now I'm not using the real emails, I'm just storing these mails in the mail.log, which will basically store the any email that we are basically sending. Uh, when I will like we can just directly use this feature when we align it to the real world use case, because there in that case there will be real email. So since right now it is not there, so I'm just using a temporary fix for that. And for this forgot password thing, a reset password table is also there basically. Yeah, so this is the structure. It is basically storing the user ID, email, selector, token hash, and expires at which, because the reset link is basically active for some amount of time, so it will store at what time it will be expired, so that at later on it cannot be used, and some randomly generated token hash to verify the validity of that link that has been used. And similarly, there are many other database schema that we are basically using, user session, and some other things. So this login attempt is being used because we have some rate limiting on the number of failed attempts, right? So it stores the last successful um, attempts and also the last failed attempt, so that a time limitation on the next attempt can be kept. Similarly, discount codes that I showed we can have. So for that also there is a table which can be maintained, and we can provide the access to edit this to the shopkeeper, so that any discount available can be put here and only those discounts can be available. So yeah, this was about the schema and the whole project demonstration.